Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon, here on Stoneblock 3. So, last episode we went and set up an automatic source gem farm here using a bunch of lapis and a few things of getting some magic, and it is working quite well. If we take a look in our chest here, we've already got 3,000 source gems in there. Plus, I've already taken some to go make into some singularities. Also got tons of magenta matter, because we've just been gathering that up in the background. And we have a huge number of chests out here because I may have tossed my sword and bow into the storage system, and we had to go and try and get them out. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to have succeeded. So yeah, we kind of just drained all of the armory chests. And well, now we kind of have to go put everything back. So that should hopefully start draining all of those. We've got a bunch of stuff that is hopefully never going to go back in here. So we've taken out all the bows, all of the drums. And because we connect that up, that is starting to fill with unnecessary stuff. Alright, so hopefully this should just drain out everything eventually. Distractions aside, we have been very busy getting a bunch of stuff automated up. We've got the train tracks mostly automated. We still have to go and put stuff in. It looks like we need to put more nuggets in. Almost got a double or single chest rather of those, which is good. And that just slowly produces them as they go along. We've got uranite somewhat automated. It was working for quite a while, and then our clock just kind of stopped working properly. And we have a reactor here, which has a bunch of stuff in there, and I think I want to go put a bunch of the stuff into storage here. Just because I don't want to accidentally lose any of this stuff in the event that that reactor does not work. So, I have not actually tested this. We are going to be turning this on for the first time. It is full of fuel. We've got fuel backed up here. Plenty of uranium going in there. I set up a condenser with a energy collector to feed the uranium and the fluorite we need for this into there. So we've got an infinite source of both of those. Actually, really useful. But turn this on and see if it's actually gonna work. We got a little bit of waste that is very loud, but it looks like the water is not keeping up. Temperature looks good. Fuel is keeping up, and that is dumping the excess steam. I did not feel like going and setting up a system to properly take care of that, but that is, yeah, it looks like we need a bit better source of water into there, or more water going in. But that looks to be working. That should eventually get us some polonium. How much do we actually need? Get one thing of polonium. 1,000 things of polonium for that. Oh, we need 2 pressurized reaction chambers to get that polonium. Oh, and also energy. Energy tends to be important. Alright, we've got that to sort out, and all of that to sort out. So I'm gonna go get that fixed up, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so we may have accidentally irradiated the entire base, but we now have a full setup here, which should eventually produce some polonium pellets. The reactor is currently shut off so it can refill with water, but this is going to take a while because this only outputs 1/10 of what goes into this. So yeah, that's going to take quite a while for that to run. We are going to leave that for now. Needless to say, everything around here is dead. Our pigs are dead. Our chickens are dead. Everything's dead. Well, actually, those chickens are perfectly fine because they are sitting in a block, so that's alright. These chickens are gone now. They are no more. which is fine. We don't really need those ones anymore anyway. But irradiating the base and starting up the reactor for mechanism is not what we have planned for today. It was just something that we got done earlier. What we do have on the agenda for today is over here. This is going to be the room we need to get our ethereal slates, and we'll probably go ahead and get these mana steel ingots. It's not going to be that hard. Just need to drop some iron into a mana pool. This living rock, so we need a pure daisy, which is really not going to be that hard to get. We probably actually have the stuff for that. But this, on the other hand, is going to be quite the challenge. So our first thing is we need to get this altar and this sacrificial knife. So glass, gold, and iron, and more gold. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And then I'll be back once we're ready to start hopefully crafting stuff up. Right, so we now have everything we need to begin this. We do have that set up in the ceiling here for a reason. That is because apparently the full structure that we need to build is absolutely huge and requires building down from here. So if we can get this set up here, we can get all of that. So I understand we need to do is we can have these blood orbs. Oh, wow, that apparently works. So those will help store stuff, and apparently we just need to fill this up. Somewhere I have my book on this, but we need to fill that up so we can get the tier 2, and with that, we'll be able to use this dagger, which is just an iron sword, so very easy to get, to be able to use a mob to sacrifice instead. That should be much, much nicer to do. The issue is, I don't remember where I put my book. Oh, there it is. Found it. So we need to craft blank runes. Only used to upgrade the tier of the altar. So we need to make 8 of these. So we need 8 blank slates. It's like, which is literally just tossing the stone into the altar, it looks like. So let's see how this works. Hopefully we have enough. It looks like we're definitely going to need a lot of food here. Okay, that's working. Should we get our food here on our hotbar so we can regenerate health? Looks like we're definitely going to need that. How much does it take to make one of these blank slates? 1,000. Of course it does. You know what? There's a thing for rings that allows us to regenerate health. What ring is that? Or what stone is it, rather? I think it is. One we got set up on a pedestal over here. So we need the life stone here, which is the soul stone and a body stone. Okay. On a dark matter pedestal, which is going to be really easy to get. We've got plenty of stuff. Oh yeah, that's really, really easy. Sugar, glowstone, red matter, and lapis. Okay. We should be able to get that set up, and that should definitely make getting everything over there much easier. Alright, now that that is activated, this should be much easier. That should be enough to get us that. And hopefully, there we go. We got a blank slate. So we now just need, I think we have everything here, actually. Let's use up the orb. No, that's good. So now we just need to do this 7 more times. This is definitely going to be fun. All right. So I have been a little busy, and we now have a tier 3 altar here and a bit of a mob farm up there. It's not too great because it gets clogged up with slimes and spiders, but it works a bit. And with the pedestal here, we are very easily keeping this full. Now I do have 2 ultimate fluid tanks here just to keep those stocked up for later when we have to craft a bunch of these ethereal slates. We are definitely going to need a lot more there because it takes 53,000 LP in order to get one ethereal slate, away from all the annoying slimes. And we are definitely going to need a bigger altar anyway, because we can't craft that without the tier 5 altar. For which we need demonite, but in order to do that we have to get some bloodstone bricks, for which we need blood shard, which apparently can be made by putting a saturated tau into an alchemical reaction chamber. So we needed to get one of those, and we need to get that tau from using an edge of the Hidden Realm ritual. So it says to use a ritual diviner, which I do have here, for easier construction. And it looks, we just go to wherever we're going to be building this thing, set that down, and there we go. Looks like we need to build this bit higher. So let's dig this ceiling out a little bit more. In reality, we really just need this. This will send us to a boss area. Unable to replace block. Alright. Should be good. I should have enough power in my system to do that. And an activation crystal. Oh, there's no going back now. Not configured correctly. Oh. Okay, so apparently we can't reuse the ritual stones. Alright. Oh, I guess that gets us there. I do have some iron keys that should help us open some doors. We've got our sword, we've got our bow, and no arrows. Oh well. We'll just have to make do without those. So. Okay, this is kind of cool. Looks like we've just got a central room here with 4 ways leading off of it. Guessing those are the doors we need the iron keys in. What is this block? Life essence block? Can we pick that up somehow? That would be useful. Let's just dig in the stairs behind it. Guessing that's a fluid. Do we have any? I did not bring any fluid things. Darn. But we did get some mana save. We got some more iron keys. This is some good stuff here. But I did make sure to bring a other backpack just to store a whole bunch of our stuff here so we don't lose it. So, yes, it's time to go explore this. Apparently there are some bosses and enemies in here. A blaze spawner. Invisible blazes. Great. Alright. Let's avoid those. Get out our pickaxe. And we're probably going to die from this. Well, hopefully we can get back in. And this time, I'm bringing a bucket. Alright, I think I've gotten rid of most of the blazes in here. Ooh, where are you? There you are. And it looks like there's one more right over here. There we go. Looks to be everything. It looks like a good decent amount of stuff here. Just burnt down. Got some tau fruit. Good. Good. I feel like these demon stone tiles and everything else. I have to grab some of these for use. Demon eye there is also kind of nice. Looks like we can get some ritual stones as well this way. Oh, okay. That's the void. Good thing we have our magnet. Actually really nice. Ooh. Saturated tau, that's exactly what we needed. Perfect. How much of this do we need? Get 1 blood shard for each of those, and we get 8 bloodstone bricks. So we only really need the 1, actually. It's like, oh, we should probably get kind of as much as we can. Might as well. So that's a decent amount of loot from the first room here. Oh, cool. That is still growing there. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab a few more things around here. Oh yeah, this is just floating in the void. Oh, we are gonna have to be very careful when we find stuff out here. And that's also very interesting that this has not actually generated the other rooms until we actually open the door. So, we've got a few building blocks here. We might as well actually get out our stone instead. And let's see what's behind door number 2. A library. Just block that off for now so nothing comes and chases us. Door number 3. Looks like we got some iron ore and stuff in there. Door number 4 is another one of those rooms. Alright. I've got 3 rooms to go explore. And then I'll be right back. Alright, so our expedition was fairly successful. We managed to get back a decent number of ritual stones. Master ritual stone as well. To these demon bricks and stuff. And it looks like we can still go back through that portal there to get some, which is going to be very nice. Unfortunately, that does mean that for any future rituals, we need to dig out a new space, but that's not going to be too bad. And we also got a fair amount of life essence fluid, if I can remember where that got stuck. There it is. 44,000. So about what we already have in both of our tanks here. We just got from there. And I think that's very nice. Now, we do need to go craft that one machine to get our saturated tau fruit, but I think that went pretty well. One room did have a hidden wither skeleton spawner. Fortunately, they were not invisible, but all in all, I think we got a decent amount of stuff from that little expedition. We do need to get the one to go delve deeper, and hopefully we can get a fair amount of stuff from there. So, I'm going to go get the 4th tier set up and get ready to go on to the deeper expedition. And then I'll be back. Alright, so we have been standing here letting some life essence flow into these ultimate fluid tanks here for a bit, and also getting the rest of what we need to finish the 4th tier altar. And for that, we have 5 runes of capacity here, 5 runes of displacement, or displacement runes rather, and 18 blank runes because I don't know what else to do with them right now. Sure, there's other things. I think I kind of want to put some augmented capacity runes in there as well, because that should hopefully allow us to expand our storage even further. And did I build that wrong? Where's my book? Okay, so apparently we don't need the runes on the end there. So that is very simple. And now all we need is that bloodstone block, which we get by putting the sanguine reverter in with the saturated tau. And that should get us 2 weak blood shards, which we then stick one for a master blood orb, and then craft the other one with stone for a large bloodstone block. So it says 8 large bloodstone bricks. And now we should be able to jump up here if I can place. Yeah. Just need to do that on all 4 sides. And it'd probably be easier if I aimed at the ceiling. There we go. 1 tier 4 altar complete. This will allow us to get more storage for our altar, more storage so we can get higher level rituals completed, and that should work really nicely. So, with that now obtained, we now just need to go to the demon realm, which requires a new inversion pillar and a new ritual thing that we need to get, because we need to get these dusk runes, so we need a new ritual diviner, which is pretty much just the old one with a couple of these inscription tool dusks added on. Oh, and apparently 2 demonic slates. We should probably get those crafting. Which, interestingly enough, we can stick a hopper on the side there, and it'll start to craft both things at once, which will definitely help speed up things. Now, while I've just been letting that fill up, I also went and set up our stuff for mechanism here. Working really, really well. We've got automated cake production here, which is filling into these block placers, which is placing them down for these kekimuras. to eat and instantly turn into mana. Probably add more, speed this up a little bit more, but I think it's working quite well. We've gotten several stacks of mana steel now, and I'm quite happy with how that's working. We just have to go over there every so often, toss a few blocks of mana steel in, and that is good. Now on our polonium over here, unfortunately, I don't think our reactor is big enough. It's not producing a whole lot of waste, so we don't have enough waste being produced to produce enough polonium at a reasonable speed. According to my calculations, it's going to take us about another 200 days to get enough polonium for all the singularities that we need. We do have one pellet, which is the last thing in the mechanism chapter, but we need to get a new reactor that is bigger, which means we need to set up a sodium coolant system, which I will probably do later. I do have these black hole tanks here to keep this thing full of water. This thing eats through water. We have to use a Project E gem thing that actively acts like an infinite water source to fully fill these. And yeah, that thing eats through water like crazy. So hopefully the sodium will work just fine. In the meantime, though, we have a ritual to set up for. So I'm going to go get these crafted, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so we now have all of our ritual stones. We have a bunch of arrows. I've got a bunch of backpacks with empty storage. Got a couple iron keys. Hopefully that should be okay to get us into a few rooms. And a couple cardboard boxes in case we run into any spawners, so we can disable those. So, we just need to set this up, right? We want Endless Realm. Alright, should be good. So that'll just start painting all of these for us, which means we apparently need to find out one more block. With a little more energy in our storage link, we can now click on that, and that puts us in to the next area. So take a look at this. It looks like, again, it's not going to spawn anything till we get the rooms open. It looks like we got more essence blocks here that we can grab. And another iron key. Other than that, nothing really good in that chest. So looks like we have some crafting to do, and I completely forgot to grab a bucket. Of course I forgot a bucket. Alright, we've got some exploring to do. Alright, so brought you back in because in one of the towers that we found in here, we managed to find a bunch of demonite. Oh, that might actually be enough for what we need. So I'm looking at this, and it looks like we can turn 1 into 3 hellforged sand, which can then be smelted into an ingot. And since we only need 4 ingots, that might actually be enough. I do want to poke around here a little bit more. There is some definitely interesting rooms in here, including ones that seem to go back over where we've already been. Definitely interesting. So, I'm gonna keep exploring what's off of this one. We have one more key here. And instant spawner. That looks like wither skellies. Oh, that's a zombie. Okay. I'm just gonna block that off. There's another one down there we need to go get. But it looks like there's more rooms farther along. And more demonite down there. Alright. This is definitely going to be interesting to see where this all goes. But we are definitely going to need some more keys in order to be able to explore anything else down here. So I'm going to go get that demonite I saw down below. And then I'll be right back. Alright. So we ended up doing a little bit more exploring because we managed to find 2 more iron keys. And ended up stumbling upon a bit more demonite. A whole library room, which is really nice. Now, if I'm looking at this correctly, we need to put our demonite into here. Let's see how much of this sand that we already have. We got 7 already. We need a total of 36. So it looks like we need to put 10 of those in there and put that into there, and that should get us enough. Eventually, we do need to go and smelt all this up. Shouldn't take too long. Just need to go stick it into one of our furnaces, and that should work. And then we have to go craft up all the runes, which is probably going to take the least amount of time. I did already get all of the blank slates in order to get more runes. So, looks like I've got a little bit of smelting to do. And when we're back, we should have everything to finish the tier 5 altar. Alright, so all of our Hellforged blocks have melted up, and as you can see, I've started doing a little bit of detail work and decoration in here. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough accented demon stone tiles, so we'll have to go get more. But for our final altar level, we're just going to use blank runes for now. And they just kind of fit in right along here with Hellforged blocks in the corners. Now, again, these are just going to be blank for right now because I don't really know what I want to do for setting these up. And we have an extra Hellforged block here because we need that to get the final blood orb, which we don't particularly need. It'll just be nice to get. So we might as well get that. But with that now completed, we can now get the Archmage's Blood Orb, which requires a Hellforged block and a lot of LP. And we can also start getting our first ethereal slate that we need. We need 3 of these. Where that is, there it is. Yeah, we need 3 of these for each singularity, so this is going to take quite a bit of time and quite a bit of patience to get all of this crafted up. But with that, I'm going to leave you all there for now and work on getting this fully crafted up. We're probably going to try and get the final blood orb because that is in fact the last quest that we need to do in here. We don't really need it, but we might as well complete the chapter to go with all the other ones we have definitely completed here. Yeah, we've got a few things to do in some of these chapters. But that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of what is going on here in our current quest to get infinity ingots. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.